And we're live. Dun, dun, dun. And I'm all blacked out because it's bright and sunny out. And I don't care because it's bright and sunny out. And I don't want the bright and sunny. So, blah. If you don't like it, get over it. You know what? Maybe I'll turn this light on and see if it'll. Oh, crap. I'm old and creaky. See if that helps at all. Sure, it does. A little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Anyway, kind of like the real light over the artificial light more. No. Well, I have found them. They're like $28 for something ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember the exact number, but the reason $28 sticks in my head. I was like not gonna spend $28 on llama loops. I was looking at them. I think you actually get like 5 or 6 boxes for your $28, but I'm just not spending $28 on llama loops. Not happening. So anyway, and you can sort of see that printer down there, although you can't really. It's not focused on it. But I'm gonna pull that apart, take some measurements, and actually maybe my brain is just so not into it, but I may actually start doing the fan duct for that and flip it over. I'm gonna make myself right now by taking the fan off. I don't know, is it using my webcam mic or is it just really far away? Camera, webcam, audio. It is using it. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. Because I have the other one off. It'll come on in a second. Sorry about that. I'm glad you said that. My backup drives are web hubs. And I mean USB hubs. And I have the mic built into it. And there you go. That should be better now, right? I had the hard drives unplugged last night because I finally got this thing fixed with the software. I got their software all figured out finally. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't like Windows anything. Although, I gotta say, my next computer will more than likely, if I go out and buy a new computer, I will not be buying a Mac. Because they're just ridiculously overpriced for what you get. I much prefer the OS. It's way more stable. It's way more user-friendly. Blah, blah, blah. It's unaffordable. It's just gotten to the point where it's not worth the money. So anyway, I'm going to pull this thing apart and force myself to go and make it work. And where's the wire plug? Right here. So I still have to run a wire. Let's see, I actually want to mount this upside down. I'm still going to have to run a wire. And I need a longer screw. Because it's got to go to the pipe. It should be long enough. Put a screw in there. That's long enough. I think I was just in the center hole. Because that just fit into my screw. That one's not. That's all right. Not too concerned about it at the moment. I'm tired of constant Wi-Fi and black screens of death issue. Just have to learn to love Windows Update. Yeah, no, you don't. Yeah, I would.
My problem is I'd love to build a PC. The problem is I would physically build it, which I could do no problem, and I could buy all the parts. And I mean, I did one years and years and years and years ago, like 99, 2000, 2001, somewhere along those lines. I built a couple of them actually. I've been so out of the loop of the hardware slash. Hell, I built Macs back in the day when you could actually build a Mac. Not that you built it, but you could change video cards and add hard drives and basically the same thing. I mean, the only you couldn't really do is change the processors. There are a few you could, but not many. Anyway, I've been so out of the loop of Windows and PCs and the hardware and the software and installing it, and I would probably physically build it and then like hand it to my brother and say, "Here, make it work." Install the OS. Yeah, it isn't hard. It's just figuring out what parts I want where and what I can afford and what's the best dollar value for what part. And because really, I don't care about most of it. Really, the only thing I want heavy duty is I want a good hard drive. Doesn't have to be huge. A 1 gig super fast hard drive is fine. I can go external slower drives for all the stupid files. All I want is my operating system to load fast, which this does. This loads wicked fast. What else? Oh, and I'd want a decent graphics card and decent RAM. Other than that, I really don't care. I don't need the top of the line processor. I don't need, although I'd want a good one for my money. A decent one at least. But I don't need top of the line anything. People don't realize you don't need these massively overpowered computers. Are they nice? Hell yeah. Are they needed? No. The average everyday Joe using a computer doesn't need much more than a 2 gigahertz processor, period. They just don't need it. Now, if you're doing gaming, which everybody is now, so yes, you need more graphics card and you need more processing power. Or, I mean, even 3D, I am using an antique Mac to run Fusion, to run, what else do I run? Fusion, all my 2D, all like Photoshops and all of those. I'm running Quick Time. I'm running ZBrush. I'm running, what else? Mudbox. I'm running, and they all run fine on my antique Mac Mini, which has a shared graphic processor with the main processor. There is no graphic processor for real on these things. I mean, there is. They say there is, but all the memory is shared with the thing, and it's just got 16 gig of RAM. You don't need as much as people think you do. Is it nice to have it? Frick yeah! Is it, are there times it slows down? Oh, yes. Will it work? Yes, it works just fine. What is up, Jimmy? So, anyway, I am pulling this thing apart for the moment. And then I can take a couple of measurements, which I had somewhere, and I cannot find them anymore. So, there's that. I'm going to get that apart, because I don't have a wrench to go in there anymore. Probably not. I wonder if I can do it with needle nose like I used to do. Getting that little itty bitty screw right there behind everything. Just to get it apart, I should have no problem. Maybe I have to put it back together afterwards, but get it apart, I shouldn't have a problem. Shouldn't be a problem. One more. Let's get this big ass power cord out of my way. That would help, huh? And let's snip some wire ties. Without snipping any wires would help. And take it off. And the old one is gone. It's funny. This is like one of the first ones I designed, and I've made like dozens of others since, and I always end up going back to this one because I do something and want to do something quick and change a fan or try something else, and end up going back to this thing, which is why I haven't thrown it out yet. This thing's like ancient. It's not even glooped together because it's glued together right there because it's printed flat, and then I just glued the nozzle on. That's actually good old-fashioned CA glue. That was before the time of gloop. I think, yeah, it's about the time of gloop, before gloop. Chrome is just more spyware on top of the OS spyware. Actually, it's not. Chrome is one of the safer, come to find out. Which I always thought it was kind of spyware-y too, and it can be if you leave everything default, but my brother, the supercomputer scientist, only uses Chromebooks now because they are, as he puts, the safest. He also puts Linux on them all now. He doesn't do much actual Windows or Chrome OS, whatever the hell it is. I guess Chrome OS is just laptop tablet / phone crap in reality. What is up, Mike? Anyone want to jump in? I never did an invite today. We didn't really get hit. North of here got whacked last night, but we didn't. We got some heavy rains around. I don't know. I woke up about midnight because this window's open. And if it rains real heavy, some water will come in there. So I woke up because my head was getting wet from the droplets. But other than that, and that was only like 10 minutes.
How was the storms last night?
We didn't really get hit here. North of here did. Like the Connecticut-Mass border, I guess, got whacked pretty hard. But we didn't really get anything. Actually, I think upper northwestern, from what I watched. I don't know. I watched the weather for about 30 seconds, and all it said was, I caught the end of it, actually, and it said, it's going to be a gorgeous day, even though it's cloudy now. Just give it an hour. And they were right, because it's freaking gorgeous out. It's still a little hazy, kind of, but it's not really cloudy. And it is pretty much hot and humid. It's already almost 70 degrees out.
I hear they're opening up the beaches for Memorial Day.
They're talking about it. The governor is planning on it. Although, again, he's talking after, I don't know, what was it, Georgia or Texas opened theirs up, and 2 days later they had the highest rise ever in there. So he's now thinking maybe not. You don't know. The one thing about him that I actually kind of respect is that he's very much he doesn't beat around the bush. He just tells you, look, I'm going to go with how things are going. What I say today could change tomorrow if this whole thing changes tomorrow. He's like, I have no control over this virus. It does what it wants. And I will. John Mack in a car. Hey, aren't you supposed to be actually driving, not staring at the phone?
No, I just like to chat. I'll just let the car drive itself.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what isn't that what cruise control is for?
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about that guy? Back when cruise controls first started coming around, I was living in Florida in Miami, and a guy bought a van with cruise control, like a camper van. You know, it was a van, but it was modified as a camper, but it was still, you know, it wasn't a big camper. It was just basically a box truck. Anyway, him and his family were in it, and they crashed, and they were like, you know, what happened? He literally didn't own it an hour. Got on the highway, turned the cruise control on, and went in the back, started playing cards with his wife. He thought cruise control was just going to drive him down the highway.
That didn't work too long.
Yeah, he literally had it. That was back in, God, when was I in Florida? Late 80s, early 90s, maybe. I was down there. Right when cruise control first really started getting to be a real
That's the cruise
thing.
control.
There's your cruise control. Yeah, that's a good kind of cruise control.
And if there's something stupid going on, it's probably happening in Florida.
I won't argue with you there, dude.
We get stupid people from all over the country.
Yeah. Well, that's you know, not to beat on it, but I mean, you are getting Florida is like the king of elderly, and not that they're stupid people, but a lot of them start having mental issues, like my father did. You know, they're getting dementia and crap, and you don't know what's going on. And
that's why I won't drive motorcycles down here.
Yeah, I won't drive a motorcycle anyways, but that's because of me. I'm just dumb on a motorcycle. Me and motorcycles are the most freaking dangerous thing there can be. I cannot drive slow on a motorcycle. I've tried. I can't do it. I just it's too comfortable. It's too much fun. It's too relaxing to just drive it like 100 miles an hour on a motorcycle. I like it too much. I had a motorcycle for a whole day, and I brought it back. I said, nope, gonna die. I literally went up to Middletown, Connecticut, which is, 20 minutes from here, and I bought the bike in New London, was going to go up to Middletown to do something. I don't know. There was something I had to do for the courts to register it because I missed a ticket or something, and it was up there, and I had to go pay. It was only like $20 or something stupid. I'm like, all right, I'll drive up to Middletown, because they gave me a temporary plate for it and everything. And I'll take care of that. That'll be no big deal. And I'll just drive up there, and leisurely, it was a nice freaking Monday afternoon, I think, kind of like today. Gorgeous, beautiful, and I'm like, I'll just cruise up there in this nice Harley. I freaking got a Harley, and I'm cruising, and I got about to East Hampton, and I looked down, and I was doing a $110. And I'm like, slow down. Don't go so fast. So I slowed down a little bit. And by the time I got into Middletown, where, a lot of you guys don't know, but Jimmy probably knows, Middletown is like highway, and then you hit Middletown, and it rapidly turns into these twisty, turny, freaking traffic in and out. There's a row of stoplights in the middle of the highway. So you're also doing 55, and you have to immediately just go, stop. And I was doing 100.
Do your motorcycle have cruise control that you could just set it and forget it?
Yeah, no. That one didn't. I'm sure they do now. Because I actually have considered getting a Gullwing kind of, the cruisy with the trailer and the, sidecar. And I'm guessing I could probably drive that a little slower. But you know what? It's just not worth it to me. I know me, and I'm not going to drive slow on a motorcycle. It's not going to happen.
Or the speeding ticket that Ken got is on the motorcycle, and the motorcycle pretty much just
after an hour riding.
Leave the garage once a year just to get inspected.
This was the nicest Harley I've ever seen. This thing was gorgeous. I didn't buy it from a dealer. I bought it from a guy. I was doing mortgages at the time. It was like a part-time thing. And I was actually doing advertising, and the mortgage company's like, you want to make more money? We're short some staff. Again, it was springtime when the mortgage companies start building up. And they're like, do this part-time and make some extra money and help us out. I'm like, all right. So I went to this dude's house to write the mortgage, and he was short a little bit of money, not a lot, like $4 or $5 grand to, get the down payment, because he basically wanted to buy the house he was renting, and he was doing a rent to own. The actual owner wanted to sell it to him. I guess they were friends or family, whatever. So they've been taking his mortgage or his rent and applying it partially to his mortgage kind of thing. Anyway, he was short like $5 grand or $4 grand to get the down payment, to get the payment he wanted. He could do it. He just couldn't get the payment he wanted. So he's like, oh, what can I do? I said, I don't know. You got something you can sell? He goes, well, I got a bunch of Harleys out back. I'm like, really? Let's go check them out, because even though I'm not a big rider of motorcycles, I think they're freaking cool as crap. I love them. Go out back. This dude had like a freaking 40-foot long single bay garage. This thing was like narrow and long. It was more of a shed than a garage. It was just the weirdest. I've never seen a building like that. It was a big, long building with just 2 garage doors and like 4 windows, and that's it. Well, inside of it, he had like 30 or 40 Harleys, all in different. He restored Harleys. That's what he did for his hobby. And he had this, I don't know, what they call the girl Harley. What is it, 8338 or whatever it was? I don't remember. It's the smallest Harley you could get at the time. And I'm looking at it, and this thing is gorgeous. And the guy had done a complete refurbish. It was all in black. No chrome anywhere on it, which I loved. I mean, I like chrome too, but this just looked really nice. But like the tank and the fenders and everything were done in, remember the old crinkle paint from the 70s? That you used to put on like valve covers and stuff? Well, he did it in like that, but there was a white undercoat, and he only crinkle painted some of it. And it was weird, and then he put a metallic candy apple transparent red on top. This freaking thing looks so beautiful. And I'm like, that is a beautiful bike. I would love that bike, I mean, it was gorgeous. And he goes, I'll sell it to you for whatever I need to make my payment when I want. I said, are you freaking kidding me? Like, no. I'm like, you realize this thing's worth like 4 times that, right? He's like, yeah, that's all right. You're doing me a favor. I'm sitting here. It's not owned, because a lot of the bikes he restored are, people would say, here's my bike restored kind of thing. He's like, it's just one I found in a junkyard, and I've been repairing it. And, I got 20 others just like it. I'm like, okay. And I literally took it that day, left my car there, did all the registration and crap, or was trying to, literally that day, rode up to Middletown and back, came back down and said, nope, not happening, dude. Brought it right back to him that day. And he goes, yeah, I don't really want to get rid of it anyway, so I don't feel bad. I was like, good, because I really don't want the bike. I mean, I do. I just know I'm going to end up dead on it. I wish I had, I wish I had phones and stuff back then with pictures. That was the most gorgeous Harley I've ever seen. It was all like stealth black with just that like dark burgundy red, like really almost black red, highlighted.
So you took his bike. You just took his bike for the day, take it for a spin to get it registered, and then you return it back to him.
Yeah,
and
he didn't care.
Up with no mortgage afterward.
No, he still got the mortgage. He just didn't end up getting it. Actually, I think he ended up selling some of his other bikes and getting it. So he did get the mortgage like a week later. He got approved and everything. I mean, he was approved for it already. He just wanted to lower his payment, $50 or $100 a month from what he originally got it for. And by, adding a few grand to the down payment, it would have lowered his mortgage that much. It was one of those, BS paperworky, put a little bit more down and lower your monthly payment things. It was an insurance thing too, because it got him beyond that 20% down payment financed, 20% less, I don't know, less than 80% finance. So your mortgage insurance goes down, which was the other thing. I mean, not only did it save him like $50 or $100 a month in his mortgage, but it saved him another $20 or $30 in his insurance a month. One of them, a few bucks more now saves you a bunch more later. Jumps you into the next lower bracket. All right. I have to figure out where the actual nozzle is because I no longer have those measurements. I cannot find them. I looked all night last night. But I've done this all already. I cannot find the measurements I took. So let's take some measurements. My nozzle is right about. I can't get in there with this. Well, there's the block. I probably shouldn't draw right on the thing, but. That'll do. And I missed one measurement, but that's all right. Just not really in the mood to do this part of it. Once I get all this done, I'll be all happy and crap. So I just gotta work through it, I guess. I think I need a new battery in this.
This apple gray beer.
That's a big chop.
Just take this thing, go like so, and say it's 29.5, close enough. So I'm gonna do this on paper because I don't see myself opening Fusion right now. I'm just not in the brain tower. It's too nice out, and all I'm thinking about is going outside. So if I draw a little box and a line and put a nozzle and base.
Is my connection better now, or is this
Yes,
still
it is.
slow?
Your mic is anyways. I'm not even looking up and I can hear you better.
Still
Okay.
stuttering.
It's on Wi-Fi now.
What the hell is all? Oh, is that your little?
Just
Man, that's way
the
too
cook
neat and
shop.
clean. Could you guys teach my mother that neat, clean part? She certainly isn't.
That's a big machine.
Mm-hmm. It's like a big giant 3D printer with stepper motor and belt.
Except for it doesn't 3D print.
Yeah, it's 3D print in threads. See, that's the stepper motor.
That ain't a stepper motor. That's a big monster motor.
And this is the controller.
Yeah, it looks kind of like just like a regular CNC controller almost.
Yep.
Very similar.
And then the controller connect to the computer by Ethernet.
Yeah. Pretty much standardized stuff nowadays. It's just a really big pie.
Yep. Except they have that special key for you to. You have to have that key before you activate and turn on.
Yeah, I know. My mother has an embroidery machine like that, and it's freaking antiqued, and she never really used it. Now we can't get rid of it because I guess the key doesn't work with Windows. You have to be using like Windows 98 or something to use it.
Yeah, lots of them have parallel port key.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God. And she's like, oh, it was $10,000. And it's like, what a waste of money. You used it for like a month.
Let me see.
Sit down in my garage. I should probably send it to you. At least then it'll get used. You'll figure out how to use it.
One of those.
It's one of those,
parallel
like, like you did my hat here. It's, does you enter a photo and it embroiders it.
Yeah, there's
the
parallel port thing.
It's a weed whacker parallel port.
Yeah. There's like a bunch of dongles in here.
Yeah, I gotta figure this whole thing out. I'm just not in the mood. Just not in the mood. Why am I not in the mood to do this anymore? I used to do this like second nature. Now I'm just like, I look at it and go, I don't wanna. I want to go outside and play, which I might do real soon, considering it's like 70 degrees out. It's only 9 o'clock. I should do laundry. That's what I should do right now.
It is the hat for gray beer.
Cocaine and hookers?
Yep. I don't know where that's from, but he won 50 of them.
Okay, then.
He won lots of cocaine and hookers.
That's okay. Sure.
Or maybe that he's starting a cocaine and hookers.
I don't know if
club.
I'd be advertising that with my name or anything, but sure.
Morning there, Mr. B.
Oh, this one of those $15,000 machine.
Yeah, it looks like that. Similar. Not exactly. Looks older. Ours looks older than that. Yeah, I'm just too procrastinating these days. And it's not even procrastinating. I mean, it is, but I just want to do other stuff. I don't want to do
This the big version, and then there's the baby version.
Yeah, it kind of looks like what she's got.
What kind of machine do you do the hats on?
Huh?
What kind of machine do you do the hats on?
Oh, the machine that do the hats is this one. So you mount. So there's a hat. You unclip this. You hook this on here. You strap it on, and then you put this whole frame into this here, and then the hoop just spin around and move back and forth with the XY, and then it stitches.
It does the color changes automatically?
Yeah, this could do 10 color. So this your 10 color MMU.
So now, why couldn't you done my hat that way instead of making patches and then sewing the patch on?
But it with the cheap hat that I got, with the seam at the middle, the different parts don't line up properly. So if it's stuff that is more spaced apart, you don't really notice it. But if it's on a single item that have multiple color, it's hard to get it lined up. Or I guess I just have to get better hats. But I don't really want to spend like $5 to $8 per hat, so I'm just playing with the $2 cheap hat.
Yep.
There's just the cheap hats that I get on Amazon for like $24 a dozen.
Yep, a couple bucks each.
Yep.
That's cool. My hats aren't cheap. They're like the cheap ones are $10 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
I think the ones I sent you were closer to 20. This
Yep.
one right here. I can't find my black one. I'm really kind of pissed. I don't know what I did with it. It's around here somewhere.
Oh,
Actually, I think it's out in my van. Now that I think about it.
Ken say the giant 3D printer is running now.
Oh, that thing's just a clover.
Look, no hands.
That is bizarre. I like the motorcycle handles.
Yeah, so you could drive it from the front or the back if you want to manually drive it.
You can have custom hats too, Mr. Buttram. You just got to send them a design and say, here, get them some hats and let them go to town. That's all I did. Actually, let me rephrase it. I harassed him for about 3 months and then sent him some hats. And then harassed him for another month, and he sent me the hats back with some patches on them.
No. I sent it, but the mail
Well, I know
people
they
lost
got
it for a
bounced.
month.
Yep, I remember that.
Oh, there's something.
So you can do like pocket T-shirt type of embroidery too, huh?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And I got the heat press to do the dye sublimation too.
I should send you a bunch of T-shirts. Have you embroider the crap out of them.
Oh.
Who's your club?
Patreon.com.
Patreon.com. Yeah, I didn't know you had a full mug for Patreon.com.
Hey, look at that. He's got a mug on a mug.
He's got a mug
Yep.
on a mug, all right. That's pretty funny. Now that's like a maker space, right?
Yeah, I guess it's quilting, sewing makerspace.
Yeah. I mean, you don't outright own it. It's a maker space.
Well, can own it.
Oh, does he?
Yep. There's the back office with the rest of the mess.
That
Well,
looks more
my-
like a sewing frickin' station, I know. It still actually looks neat compared to my mother's crap.
And my ubiquity stuff.
Why aren't you doing embroidered coronavirus masks?
Yeah, I do. There was some mask right there.
No, I should do laundry. I really, really should do laundry. I really don't want to do laundry, but I really should do laundry. It's supposed to be nice again tomorrow. I'll do laundry tomorrow.
There's one of those masks.
Those are nice.
And then I 3D print the template. This is the paper template, and I 3D printed the pieces. So you could just lay down this on a fabric and just cut around it.
Yeah. You know, it didn't look like a mask. It just looked like a one-breasted bra.
But you could see this is the template. Like this. And then this is like this here. So I 3D print templates. Oh. This the Daniel Norey wrench.
Isn't that the one that's on Space Shuttle, whatever?
Yeah.
Space station?
And this my Flexi Cats. And my ear savers. And T-Rex I brought to
That's a
Earth
big
and Murph. Yeah. And this fridge.
I gotta go for a minute.
Fridge.
I'll be right back. Keep him busy.
Ooh, a dog. Oh, still locked. is my area. That's my 3D printer up at the shop. And the rest of the mess.
Nice mess.
Just fixing sewing machine and stuff. And there's all the parts for sewing machines.
So you guys fix machines too?
Yep. Oh, we did install something at the shop. A fancy toilet seat.
Looks like a nice sunny day there.
Yeah, it's pretty sunny.
Was that a residential area that got converted to business?
It's kind of real. Yeah, it's kind of residential area, but this is always have like a quilt shop and stuff. It's just kind of a metal building. The people that live here before just have a trailer at the front, and they got a trailer at the back. And then there's still people living in the trailer at the back and mobile home at the back. So it's just this metal building is the main building. And there's the other hats.
Cool.
Oh, there's a Tinker with TH3D behind it. Half of Home Depot hat.
Half a Home Depot hat.
TH3D with
You
Tinker
can
over
convert that to a never let the machines win hat.
it. Oop. There's Tanny's hat that didn't turn out that well.
Yeah, the lines got a little thin, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't like the thin lines. I have problem with small attacks.
Is Tanny even still alive for crying out loud? I haven't seen him around at all lately.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's up in North Dakota, but he
Yeah,
got
I
an
know that.
apartment where the internet's not very good, from what I hear.
Is that what it is?
I guess I could try to make a Wakaki hat or something. But I don't know how his zombie logo would turn out.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a lot of little details in that logo is with the zombie.
Probably
Yeah.
come out good as a wall hanger, though.
Well, yeah, if you blow it up big, it's not a problem.
Yep. Like anything. Anyway.
I got 3 rolls of Jesse coming.
Do you now?
Yep.
You should be very, very happy with that.
Well, we'll find out.
I love this stuff.
I got Army Green, Quarter White, and Yellowbird.
That's like the 3 most boring colors there are.
It's what I needed.
Yeah, I wish you'd make some more like exciting colors. I mean, it did a few the last time, but none of them really. I don't know. They
Oh,
don't.
the
The
gold one
green,
is
I
pretty
think I
good.
like.
I
The
got some of the blue
gold.
stuff, but he was sold out.
Yeah, I'm not big on gold just in general. It just never. Gold to me is just funky yellow, or depending on the gold, it's either funky yellow or funky brown, depending on the gold. It's just like mud colored yellow. Never really got into gold of any, just as general as a color.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't excite me.
Those is the light strip that you talked about last year, and that's
Yep.
what I got.
Oh yeah, those are same thing I got. Well, actually, those look like the nicer ones.
Yeah, those is this. So
Those are
they're
the big
just like
long ones, right? Are those the 8
yeah,
foot?
the 8 foot. Except I got 44 of the 8 foot.
44 of the 8 foot. They're still
Just all
probably
lined
cheap
up.
compared to anything else, huh?
Yeah.
Must be important to get the right frequency of LED so the colors come out looking real.
Yeah. So this is the box they come in.
Yep. Yeah, I got the same thing. Mine's just 4 foot. Yeah, they're just
So it's
so worth it.
So they're like taller than me.
Yeah, well, if it's an 8 foot. Oh, that looks like a
Yeah.
6 foot, not an 8 foot. Whatever.
No,
They're
it's
still, I mean, they're so ridiculously cheap that,
yeah.
I mean, everyone's like, oh, LEDs are so expensive. It's like, no. Those big bar lamps,
So
granted,
we
they're
just have to
very
get a
boring.
box of spare because sometimes they go haywire.
Yeah, I really had a problem with them. I haven't had any die on me without abuse.
Mm.
I've been using them as drop lights at work. When I was working, painting or something, I use them as drop lights. They get stepped on or smushed or anything, it's like, okay, it's like $4. And half the time I've stepped on it, I've got one that's bent in half, and each end of it still works. The middle went dead where it got dented, but each end still works. We still use it. And they're cheap. The whole unit, in volume, you got to buy 6 or 8 or 10 of them at a time, but they're cheaper than the freaking bulbs for halogens that we normally use as drop lights. And they're cooler. They've got more, distribution of light. It's not just like a single point. They're just better in every way than a basic drop light is. You can mount them easier. You can hang them. You just lay it on the floor. It just illuminates the room.
We found ceiling clips that twist onto the T-tile.
Yeah. I mounted them right to the track and in the basement.
Yeah, you could barely see it. It's the clips.
Yep.
If you
Yeah,
look
the clips
really
are
close.
nice. It's just,
But they clip right to the T-tile and then they clip onto the light.
Yep. Yeah, no, I printed some clips for them too at work.
And they run on 110.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just regular everyday bar light. They're just LEDs instead of fluorescents now. You don't need the big carriage or the ballast or any of that crap like the old fluorescents do. And they don't vibrate and they don't give you that headache. And they don't buzz.
The 6000K, I think, is they call it ultra bright white or something like that, or super daylight.
Yeah, whatever. I actually prefer the pure white over the daylight colors. I don't like
This
that
is actually
yellowy.
whiter than the normal daylight.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a filter cloudy day white.
Yeah. I like the white over the yellowy the natural light color. I don't like that. I prefer the bright white. If I want natural light color, I use natural light.
Well, it's like filter through the cloud compared to the
that's
true daylight. It's like a bright sun and a noon light.
Yep.
You guys
Then
work.
it's a bit more slightly yellow.
You work 6 days a week.
Yeah, and well, he's closed Sunday and Monday,
Ah,
so Tuesday to Saturday is open. Yeah, so originally it was all fluorescent, so every time you turn on the light, there's a hum in the building. So since we replaced with the LED, no more hum.
Yeah. I've never liked fluorescents ever. Everyone put them in, and they always gave me a headache. If I have to spend like 8 hours in a fluorescent lit building, I end up with a headache every time. Fluorescents just annoy me.
Well,
Always
I
have.
think next door, did I still have? I think there's still a set of fluorescent I have not replaced yet.
I hate fluorescents. Always have. I'll take a regular incandescent bulb over a fluorescent or a halogen.
Those is wrong camera. Those is the same light. And this is the old stuff that was at the shop before next door as well as here.
Yeah, I had those in my basement. I tore them all out. Actually, I got a couple still hanging there. I just haven't torn them out of the ceiling, but they're all LED bar lights now.
See, they just plug into the outlet like a shop light.
Same thing I have in my basement. Pretty much what everybody does in basements and workshops. It's cheap and easy and functions.
And then I just have them
boy.
on the Wise plug and EchoFlex and Wise Sense and a Wise Cam.
I like the Wise cams, but the rest of that crap you can keep. You got no need for it. It's like my brother and all his, my brother's a computer scientist, so he's always playing with the latest, greatest crap. But he's got his whole house set up with like the Google Home. And I'm like, why? And his answer is, because I can. Okay.
Google Home.
That makes you happy.
It's a lot. Outtech Lensic version of a Google Home.
Yeah, he's got the little round button things. He gave my mother a couple of them to have in the house. Well, now, like for her, I think they're great because we actually have it set up as a I've fallen and I can't get up thing too.
Yeah.
Because she can, if she's, I don't remember what the keyword is, but if she says a keyword, it'll call me and it'll also call 911.
Yeah.
So if she falls down, we don't have to, she can just yell and get help. Other than that, they're kind of stupid for me. I just don't.
The perfect use case for me is,
as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, if I'm cuddled in bed under the cover and I'm feeling hot or cold, I could just say, Alexa, turn on the light or turn on the fan or turn down the AC.
See, I'm not that lazy. I'll just get my ass up and go turn on the fan. The only thing I'd really like it to do is go get my remote. There's always a remote on this table, and I'm in bed, and I'm like, damn it! I gotta go get up and get the remote.
I prefer to be lazy.
Give me the remote.
So I prefer to have the remote built into my voice.
Yeah, no, it's too much. It's all cool and everything. I'm not against it. I just don't see a need for myself for it. I mean, I get it. Some people like it and everything. I do see, like, I actually wish, like, rest homes and elderly housing and stuff would have more. Yeah, I got a bunch of those in the house now.
Yeah. And there's another EchoFlex.
Too much of that crap. The people are worried about, they're losing their rights and everything and how the government's going to trace them. And it's like, yeah.
And
you have a Google Home? Yeah. Well, Google's already tracing you. You don't have to worry about the government doing it.
That's the one with the barcode reader.
Jesus, you got every kind of gadget there is, for crying out loud. Too many gadgets. When are you getting your damn freaking video camera there, Jimmy?
I don't know. I guess
It's getting a little old.
When he get his video camera, we'll be able to see that ceiling fan so clear.
A clear view of the ceiling fan.
Mm.
All right. I have to figure this fucking thing out. If I remember correctly, those two holes are already set up for the fan. Talking of fans.
Anybody seen
24-volt fan. Well, here's a 5-volt one, but it's all the same. If I remember correctly, those jewels do match up, and they do. And that's flush with that. And that's somewhat in the middle of the nozzle, close enough where I can model it that way. So all I need then is a height. And the height is about that high. Did I get it in there?
Thanks, Mike.
8. $28 high. I just broke the lead in my mechanical pencil. And that was the last of it, too. No more lead. It's all right, I got plenty more. Well, I got one more dimension. It's only taking me an hour to get 2 dimensions out of that thing. Still don't want to open up Fusion. Just don't want to do it. You guys all like my sun for my little thumbnail for this video?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I'll be right back. I got to recycle some coffee.
All right. Put it right back in the coffee pot.
You.
Run it through some coffee.
Would a coffee filter it?
Yep. That's true recycling. Like in what was that, Waterworld? When he pees in the thing and it goes through the recycler and he drinks his own pee. And all of that. On that note, it's been an hour. And it is wicked nice out. And I think I'm going to go outside and play today. They may do it now while it's cooler because it's supposed to get actually hot. It actually dropped a few degrees. It's only 67 now. It was over 70 a little while ago. Right? Or was it just over 60? I don't remember.
I think it's going up to 80 today here.
Yeah, we're supposed to be in the upper 60s, low 70s, which is good. You get over 70, it gets too hot for me to work outside. I start sweating too much. I actually mowed the lawn yesterday. Well, mowed part of the lawn yesterday. There's like a section of the lawn that's actually lawn. Most of my lawn is freaking moss, which is awesome because you don't have to cut it. There's a section of it that grows like before everything else, which makes no sense because it's actually got the least amount of light because it's between the house and the garage and the back side of the house. So the house shades it mostly, and yet that's where the grass grows the tallest and fastest. I never got it, but I mowed that for like a half hour yesterday with the little push mower, which is getting tired. You can hear them motors straining.
The grass is
Little
all
electric motors.
over the septic tank.
Huh?
The grass is always greener over the septic tank.
Yeah, not at my house. My patio's over the septic tank. Out back.
My house used to have a drain field for the septic tank. So whenever the septic tank is full, it'll pump and drain it out the lawn. So in the middle of winter, when the drain field was working, let's say a bunch of people took a shower, you'll see like lines on the lawn where the drain is draining, and then those is the area that there'll be defrost, no snow, no snow.
Yep. And the grass grows the best.
Yeah.
Not allowed to do that no more.
Yeah, they don't have that leach field anywhere because somewhere when they was building the patio at the back, they back a cement truck over the drain field and crush all the drain field tile, so they have to.
Yeah. Still, you're not allowed to leach into your yard anymore. It's a great idea, but
they rebuilt it. They rebuilt it to just a drain field that is much lower. They put recycling tire or something like that on there.
Yeah, same as mine. Mine never worked. Our leaching field never worked, come to find out. We had an oversized tank because my mother had a restaurant. She had a little mini bakery, not a restaurant, in the basement. So when we first built the house, they put that in the plans, and the town says, "Oh, you got to double size your tank because of the, extra water usage." Blah blah blah. Septic.
Do they have to put in?
Thank God.
Do you have to put in a grease trap as well?
No, that's inside.
Because
we
I know
put one in. It's inside. It was a bakery, so it's less of an issue. It's not really cooking, but anyways, they put the leaching field in. We have a leaching field and a overflow tank.
Mm-hmm.
And come to find out, when they backfilled the pipes, there's a Y connector, and it's actually a concrete one that you can pull the top off of and inspect it and all that. Well, they crushed it with a rock, and it never worked. It just never worked since day one. Since 1970, they built this house in 1970. It never worked.
Yeah,
and our septic started backing up. I don't know what, 4 or 5 years ago. So I dug it all up, thinking there was something wrong in the leaching field. Well, it never worked. I have an 8-foot diameter, 6-foot deep dry well, big concrete tank with holes in it, so all the liquids overflow from the regular septic into it. Never been used. Not a drop of septic ever went into it, ever. I freaking dug it all up and went, holy crap, this thing's brand new. Found the splitter. I was like, wow, how does this thing work this long? Ended up finally getting the septic guys to come drain the tank so we can inspect the tank. Come to find out, my father had planted a whole bunch of pine trees on the edge of the septic tank. And they all grew into the pipe coming out of the house.
Yeah.
When the pipe and the tank met, they grew into that little seam in the tank and started growing up the pipe. That's why we were backing up. Our tank is so damn big that we never had a problem. Even though we had a dry well, never had an issue because the tank was so big. Because we got a soft bottom tank. It's not a hard bottom tank. Most people have a hard bottom. Most tanks are a full encased tank with the vents, and mine's a soft bottom tank. I have like 6 feet of sand underneath the bottom of it, and then this open bottom tank sits on top. So most of the liquid and solids drain right out the bottom. What's up, Sean?
Skewed view.
Lumatube latest video, so sweet. Yeah, Lumatube? How do I know Lumatube? That's not you. Lumatube's a casting guy, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, somebody sent me a friend request, and I'm just deleting it.
Oh, yeah, you're on the phone, so it disconnected the video because they don't want to show your screen.
Whenever my browser, my Safari browser is minimized or in another app, it stops the video.
Yep, my phone does the same thing. It's an Apple thing. It's a security thing, so they say. I think it's just they don't want to make it work.
Well, they don't want a browser having ability while you're not in it to turn on your webcam and look at you.
Yeah, he's the guy that did one of your swords or axe or something, wasn't it? Was it an axe? He did a video on casting your design.
Oh, did Shom just pop up when you mentioned aluminum tube?
No, he popped up. That's why I mentioned it, because he put the link
Oh,
in.
okay.
Are you still doing those architectural 3D renderings there? 3D prints? Show them. I always thought those are cool. Like when he's doing a house design, he 3D prints the design so people can actually like pop their roof off and look inside the little 3D model.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is freaking wicked cool.
I thought that was his day job.
That is his day job.
Those wall hangers behind you are nice.
Yeah, there's lots of raw
Real
hanger.
good.
They're all panels.
Oh,
Cool.
All the panels on the website too.
those all came
kgsewing.com.
off your big machine?
What?
Those were done on your big machine?
No, those is just the panel. You could
Ah.
integrate it into like another quilt or anything, and you could sew over it. So those is just pre-made panel, just fabric,
Okay.
just
Yeah,
printed
they print
fabric.
And then you stuff it and
Unless-
make a quilt out of it.
Well, this is an example of a finished one. See the flower? This one is quilted,
That's pretty cool. That's actually
that's-
really cool.
so you could see all the stitching.
Okay, make me a 3D printed llama quilt
See,
with my logo. It
this
doesn't
is
even
all
have to be big. It just needs to be like
completed stitching.
cool. That's actually I like that one a lot.
They sell the panel and then they sell the design. So the design is actually individually designed for each pedal, and
Yep.
then you
The
put the
stitching
design. Yeah. So
So
this is all the stitches
how hard?
completed.
I
one.
mean, in all reality, how hard would it to do like a 3D printing llama designed quilt?
Have to. Well, your shape is kind of simple, so you could just trace it out so it appear on the screen as like a llama design that is all nested together in a circle, and then you just crop out the area where you want the quilt is, and then you just put the design over to the quilt and just size it to the way you want, and then you stitch it out.
Yeah, but how do you print out the actual, the printed part? I'm assuming you just print on fabric.
Well, this I have for print on fabric. I have to dye sublimate, meaning that I have to use polyester.
Yep.
But
you do that right there. You do dice up printing.
Yeah, but this is only 15 by 15. So I don't think I could make anything bigger than this.
Let's just sew it together in panels.
Yeah.
Which would make it a true quilt.
Mm-hmm.
How long does it take to stitch one of those flower panels?
Probably a whole day or more. There's lots of stitching.
Yeah, but it's all automated, so it should do it really fast.
Well, it's
Excuse me, ask you for a price, John.
What is Ken is usually doing by like square inch. I think it's 60 cents per square inch or something like that for the quilting. What is it? 10 and a half? A penny and a half? Penny and a half per square inch.
A what and a half?
A penny and a half for
So
square
4
inch.
square inches is 5 cents.
Yeah.
Or 6 cents. 3 square inches is 3. Yeah. 2 square inches is 3 cents. Sure. Something like that. Anyway, pretty cool. Pretty cool. If I had money, I'd have you do a 3D printing llama quilt. But there's this thing called lack of funds. 35 bucks.
Well, that's just for the quilting, meaning you got the
Material.
fabric and everything printed, and then we just put it in the machine and do the stitching.
Yeah. So you're basically talking about 70, 80 bucks to get one done.
But
which isn't really terrible when you're talking about a custom, handmade. Not really handmade because it's automated.
For the dye sublimation, the only thing that we really made was like just mouse pad. So you could custom printed mouse pad or custom printed puzzle. See the puzzle? Those is dye sublimated. And then I got tiles. So these tiles, you could print tiles.
Oh, that's cool.
And the Patreon mug, same thing.
Patreon mug.
The mug on a mug.
So the Patreon.com mug.
See, this is the mug press. So you just put it in there, and then you.
Oh, so you can do mugs too, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe I'll have you do a couple of 3D printing llama mugs.
Just have to get dye sublimation mugs.
Yeah, I'll just do it. Yeah.
And then this is the different press I got. Those is the different mug press for the different shape of mugs.
Those all have to be white, though. The dye sub mugs are all white.
Yeah.
Base. They can't be like
because,
a color base with.
Because there's no white ink. So
right.
If you do color based, then you're probably just putting one color in it. A photo won't look right with it not white.
Yeah. Yep. Can't do black or bright red mugs and then print white on them.
Yeah. Well, there's a Ricoh 5-color toner printer that actually have white toner that could do something like that.
Yeah. There's the regular offset ones that print. That's what most of those like mug companies do, whatever. They just use an offset regular printer.
Mm-hmm.
Just slap the ink on it like good old-fashioned printing.
You need a sign in there for the mugs and put your mug on a mug.
Your mug on a mug. Yeah, there's a lot of that. Like on Amazon, you can do that for $20 or $30. You just send them a photo and they slap the photo on your mug.
Or something like those turnkey swag store kind of thing that you just upload an image on the website and then they just do it all. So those would be a lot more straightforward than me trying to find the blanks and then trying to do the graphics and then try to print.
All right.
Good morning, Greg.
Just in time, Greg. I think I'm going to kill it because I need to be outside. It is way too nice out.
Skewed View says he wants a quote, John.
A quote? Who say?
A Skewed View 3D.
He won a mug or what?
Mug and quilt quote.
There you go.
With the
you
logo.
Show a mug and a quilt.
I don't really have any blanks right now for mugs.
Yeah, that's not hard to get though.
And I guess 48.
You got to buy them in like packs of 24 or 48 or whatever, huh?
Yeah. On Amazon, you could get it for like maybe 5 or 6 a box, but those it end up to be 5 or 6 each.
Yeah.
Compared
And
to
then
with
you got to
if
pay
you
the print on it. It ends up being kind of pricey.
so if you buy the mugs in like a 60 or 100 pack in a box, then you could get it down to like maybe $1 or $2 or 50 cents a mug or something like that.
Yeah, it's most of them, even those mug, websites, custom mugs or whatever. You're gonna pay $5 unless you buy hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Like $4 or $5 a piece, which still isn't that expensive when you think about it.
What?
I mean, if you go to Target or Walmart, you're paying $10 for a freaking coffee mug.
Okay.
We're bartenders.
Anyway, I'm gonna kill it because I'm gonna go outside and play outside because it's too nice outside. Because nice out.
Don't forget Warkaki's stream at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
I guess I have to see if I could make a Wakaki something.
a Warkaki something. You could actually do his mini logo better than his.
Yeah, I think that the mini
logo.
logo would look a lot easier.
Yeah. Or do a logo out of the mini.
Yeah.
The mini Warkaki, the angry Warkaki.
Oh yeah,
I have a green angry Warkaki.
I could put the angrywarkaki.com/merch or something.
Yeah. Anyway, you got to get a knit hat and put the logo on it for him because he always wears knit hats.
Yeah, I did a knit hat for what is that, Ben? Where? Oh, right here,
Patch for a knit hat, same thing as you did for me.
like this beanie.
Yeah.
But you could
I
see
don't think he actually wears beanies. He wears regular knit hats, but same thing,
Yeah.
same idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm killing it, guys. Have a great day.
All right. See you
Okay.
I'm gonna go outside and play outside. Even I may just go out there and sit. Just too nice out to be in the house.
Have
All right,
fun.
later, folks. Have a wonderful day.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.